Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Style. This is Angela. It's a little windy out here today, so hopefully that doesn't mess with our audio. But we've bought some bare root trees from order them in the fall, and then they come in a box. And so as soon as we get them, we open them, we stick them in a bucket of water, and get those roots soaking. And today we're going to get them in the ground. We're kind of past our risk of frost and freezes, so we thought it'd be a good time to get them in. Tomorrow we're going to get some good rain, so that should water them in pretty good. So this first one is going to replace this one we did last year. That's what most of these are doing. Here in Wyoming, it's fairly common that we lose 1/3 to 1/2 of our trees every year. Sometimes that even happens with established trees. So nothing new for us, but especially with these starting very small, we'd have to replace more. So this is, you can see where that stem is. That was the one we ordered in last year, and it did not take. So we're going to be replacing that one. Okay, I actually went with the next size up of paper birch. So you can see that one we got last year was maybe a foot to a foot and a half tall. And this one's probably 2 to 3 feet tall. So I'm hoping it's going to give us a little bit better of a chance of surviving. It's got some pretty good established roots down here. We're going to get those thrown in the ground here. I got to get all its tags there off first. Yeah, part of me wonders if we've been planting them too deep, but that's a root right there, that little stick coming out, right?
This?
Yeah. Or is that a shoot?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'll build it here.
So, yeah, because we kind of want that, I think you want that bulb more even with the ground. Yeah, I think I went bigger on most of these trees, not all of them, but a little bit bigger on them. Seems like the smaller size just gets like lost in the weeds.
Right side.
Okay, there's that one done though. It looks good. The next one we're gonna do is a blue spruce. So it's really hard to see it there because this old one is dead. There's no new growth on there, so we are going to try a new one. Okay, so we're gonna replace it with this. This is a Colorado blue spruce. Okay, so here's the old one. Just totally dead. Okay, you're gonna position it where you want it.
Good.
Yeah, that looks good to me. For blinds. That looks beautiful. Okay, this next one is a red oak.
So you also have that. What's this one?
A red oak. So we have a red oak. You're not gonna be able to see it, but way in the back along the fence line. It's actually done pretty well. So I really like the oak leaves and the shape of the oak leaves, so I wanted another one up here. This one didn't make it last year, so we're going to replace it with a bigger one. Again, we're going from like the 12-inch size to this one is this tall one here, which is probably 2.5 feet. So hopefully that will help it thrive a little better. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, tree number 4. This was a Scotch pine. You can see it, it's hard to see there. And we're going to switch this one out for a looks like it's about 2.5 foot Black Hills spruce.
Maybe this one doesn't have anything growing around it. It tells me that the compost, something's dead around here. The compost was bad, or soil was bad that we planted with, or
the water's not getting to it.
This is one I would check. Do we need to go deeper than that?
Let me look. That's not super long. They're probably fine.
All right.
Tall tree, but doesn't have a deep root system, which I feel concerned. Yeah.
Part of me feels like if I mix it, the potting soil helps it by until it adapts to the sand. No idea if that's an actual thing.
I don't know. Sand doesn't have any nutrients at all. It doesn't hold water though, so it's really not ideal. But it does drain well. Hey, and that one is done. Okay, so this is tree. It's 8 from the end of the row here, number 8. And this one that didn't make it was an Austrian pine. And apparently I must have decided last fall to do something I wasn't going to do. So this row along this fence here, because most of our wind comes from the west over here and blows to the east. It's not 100% true, but most of the time that's the direction that our wind blows. And so this row back here is our evergreen row, trying to build up eventually a little bit of a windbreak. And then the row to the inside of that, I have more deciduous trees over there. So I was going to keep this section all evergreen. I ended up getting for this spot a bald cypress, and now it will lose its needles. I think its needles will drop in the fall, and then they'll come back up in the spring. And so I wasn't going to put any of those trees in this row. I must have decided to go ahead and do that. So hopefully I don't forget I did that and think it's dead because it lost all its needles. So please remind me, but hopefully, because it's kind of behind this is our neighbor's shop and it protects it a little bit more from the wind here. So hoping that will be okay for this plant, but we're going to go ahead and try that here. Here comes Roxy. Check out what we're doing.
We got a big root on this one.
Okay, so this bald cypress I thought was maybe dead because everything else in here is leafing out. So I thought this was dead, and as I got looking at it closer, you can see the teeny tiny little needles are green and coming out. So there's hope for it. We're going to go ahead and get it planted. Where that knob is, like right where that root bends, I think that needs to be level with the ground. You see that right there? Okay, that looks good. Hopefully those little needles will pop out of there. Okay, pausing for a minute to show you how cute this is. Tiny little, it's probably 8 inches tall, but it's a little flame maple, and it just had the cutest red and green leaves. To show you that one real quick while we're out here. Okay, this one was a tiny little, well, almost like 6-inch basswood, also called American linden, that we had here last year. It didn't grow at all. It looked dead when we put it in there. I threw it in there just because I thought maybe there's a chance it would come back, and it's not this year. So we're going to be replacing it with this big one here that's at least 3 feet tall. It's a good sized one. So hopefully has better chances of living, but it does have some buds and some leaves. It's looking good. Good looking little tree. So while we're here, I did not put any biotone starter or any fertilizer down in with these bare root trees. I can come back a little bit later after a couple weeks and I will stick it on top of the soil and let it soak down in. But I'm not going to do any here with these raw roots. So they're just going in with water and soil. That's a little one. I don't know. Hopefully it lives. It has these teeny tiny little leaves. Okay, weeding out this little red maple. It's got the prettiest little red leaves. It's also got some green leaves. Looks like this main trunk may have died off and it's just kind of coming back from the roots. But it's a cute little thing. That leaf color on that left one, that's green and orange. That's pretty cool. This one is a paper birch. I don't know if it's dead or alive. Oh, it is alive down in there, huh? Some leaves down in there, way down in there. Okay. So we can't put the redwood there. Let's see what else we got. Hey guys, so it is another day. We did end up finding a spot for that red bud. If you can see behind me, there's these green, kind of medium-sized cottonwood trees. And last fall, those had gotten torn up by antelope antlers as they rubbed on them. And we lost 2 or 3 of those trees from that. Some of them did get the rub and survived, but some didn't. So we ended up pulling out one of those and putting that redbud in that spot where that one goes. And so I will make sure. My husband had to come do that, and it took quite some time, so we didn't get that on video. But I will make sure I'll update you guys on that tree next time I'm out there. That's it for this video, though. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you next time.